Hello, welcome. My name is Dr. Calliope, and I will be performing your examination today. Let me just sanitize my hands real quick, and we can talk about what we're doing today. I must apologize, there is quite a bit of noise in the neighborhood, but what can you do? It's spring and it's been a very, very long winter. I don't blame them in the least. There. Alrighty. Would you mind just confirming your name and date of birth for me? Wonderful. Alright. So today we have a skin examination for you, correct? Okay. So I read that you were just concerned about your face. Is that correct? Okay. So have you had a full body exam within the last year? Okay. Are you sure you don't want to go ahead with that then? Or do you want to just continue on the face exam? Okay. Well, I will just ask you to perhaps think about doing a full body examination within the near future, just to make sure everything's okay, just to follow up on your routine, okay? Alright, so I'm gonna negotiate with you a little bit here, but would you mind if, in addition to the face exam, that we also perform an inspection on your scalp and on your head, your neck? Okay? That would put my mind a little bit more at ease. It shouldn't take too much more time. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Alright, so have you had any changes to your medical history since we last saw you? Okay, and family history, still all good? Wonderful. And how about your medication list? Is that still complete? Great. And any new allergies since we last saw you? Wonderful to hear. Okay, so you called us for this face examination. Was there any particular spots that you were concerned about that you wished us to look at? Okay. Any spots that have changed color or size or the edging's different? Okay. Alright, a spot on your jaw. Okay. Alright, well, we'll have a look at that. So let me just pop on a pair of gloves and we will begin with that inspection, okay? Alright. Getting to the bottom of the barrel here when the gloves start fighting you. Alright. So we're going to start by looking at your scalp, because we don't really think about it, but your scalp does get a lot of sun exposure and can hide some cuts or bruises or irritants, all kinds of things. So we'll want to start by looking at that first, just to see if there's anything perhaps that you haven't seen. There we are. So I have a magnifying glass and also a little Sharpie marker, so if I find anything that I'm quite concerned of, then we can go ahead and mark it and take a picture of it, and we'll keep that in our records to compare at a later date if we need to, okay? Alright, there's that. So, do you mind if I touch you? It's kind of pertinent to the exam, but I want your consent first, of course. Okay, wonderful, thank you. I'm going to be getting quite close to you here, so please don't mind. So I'm going to start by looking at your hairline here. Just pull back there, okay. Have you noticed any spots or any changes, even things like hair loss or itching or redness, anything of the sort? Okay, it's wonderful to hear. Alright, I'm going to come to the side and we're just going to be running our hands through the hair and pulling back the hair so I can see all parts of the head. Okay. All right. We're looking pretty good over here. Let's go ahead and take a look over on this side, okay? My hair looks very healthy. I'm not seeing any flaking or oiliness on the skin itself. No redness. No signs of eczema or any psoriasis, anything like that. Okay, that looks pretty good, I think. So now I'm going to check your ears. That's something that we don't often think about, so pulling behind the ear here. Yeah, just taking a look. Okay, everything looks clear there. And over here. Okay, that looks good too. Wonderful. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at your beautiful face here. Would you mind just showing me where that spot on your jaw is that you're concerned of? Okay, right here. Okay, well, yeah, I can see why you'd be perhaps cautious, so let's go ahead and mark that spot right here. Okay. And I'm going to be taking a picture of it real quick. This is a very technologically advanced camera, and this will be able to give me a very good look. There we go. So when we print that out, we'll put that in your records, so then the next time we get a look at you, we can compare and see if there's any difference, if we need to do anything, okay? Go ahead and just hold on to my magnifying glass just in case. So just want to look at any spots here. Okay. Alright. Looking pretty good here. And I trust you're wearing sunscreen every day, right? Every day that we have sun exposure. It's very important. In addition to keeping us looking younger, it also helps to shield us from some of those nasty effects of UVA and UVB rays. I'm sure you're aware. Most mild, of course, is sunburn and premature aging. I'm going to set this down. Okay. It's better to be safe than sorry, right? Besides, it's not like it takes too much time at all, too much effort. Okay, perhaps right over here. Let's see. Let's take a look first. And, alright, let's see. You know, it doesn't hurt to take a photo anyway. So, let's go ahead and just circle that one. Take a picture. Very good. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take a look at your neck here while we're here. Neck and your jaw. Do you mind just lifting up your jaw for me? You can see the underside. Okay, you can come back down. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, that looks good, but okay, so there's a spot here. You've been keeping an eye on the spot on your shoulder right here? Okay. Well, I'm not crazy about how that one looks. Not at all. So, I don't want to alarm you, but I do want to take a biopsy of this one. I think that we can just get rid of that for you real quick and send that off to the lab, and you don't have to worry about it. We can see what's going on there. If that's okay with you, you can make a whole new appointment if you wish, but it really won't take that long at all, and I promise it will be completely painless. Okay? Just go ahead and do it now. Okay. So I'm just going to mark it up first and take a picture. There we go. And then we'll just keep a record of that one, okay? Alrighty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this area right here. And then I'm going to inject you with an anesthetic. But we have a handy little tool that essentially vibrates the skin so that you won't feel anything at all. And then after we numb you up, then we'll go ahead and take a scalpel and just shave that off. And I'll put it in some formula. We'll send it to the lab and we'll see what's going on, okay? You don't need to be alarmed. It will be just fine. And I promise it is 100% painless. So let me go ahead and get you cleaned up here. We're going to go ahead and just this area some alcohol solution. So, if you want, you can close your eyes. I'm going to keep any instruments out of your line of vision so you don't have to worry nonetheless, okay? Right. When I get the skin vibrator thing, for lack of a better word, really, but it's this little tool that sends a current and vibrates the skin. So we'll get that, and we'll get our instrument, and we'll get y'all numbed up. Okay, I'm gonna come to the side here. Alright, ready? Okay, we're gonna numb you up here. Alright, and we're just going to go ahead and 1, 2, 3. Okay, did you feel that? No? It's wonderful to hear. I don't think I've heard of a single person who has. It tricks your brain into trying to figure out what's going on, but the vibration overrides the pain signals. So, you don't feel anything. Alright, we're going to get Scalp here. And come over here. And now I'm going to scrape it off, okay? I'll be very gentle. You won't feel a thing. Okay, let's go ahead. Scrape. 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 Okay. So go ahead and get some formula here. Okay, and we'll take that little piece here and put it inside. And then we will take that off to the lab. So that should wear off. It doesn't last very long. Should wear off within perhaps a half hour to an hour. Okay? You'll still be okay to dry. So let me go ahead and get you cleaned up. All right. Okay, that's all taken care of. Alright, so your skin inspection is complete. We went ahead and took that spot away from you. You don't have to worry about it. We will contact you within 7 to 10 business days generally about that, but otherwise we are all good to go. So, I do want you to make that appointment here soon, however, to get everything looked at, especially since we found that spot on your shoulder, okay? Alright, I promise it's not scary at all, but we'll get it taken care of, and then you don't have to worry about it. Alright, do you have any questions or concerns for me? Okay, that's wonderful to hear. Go ahead and pop off these gloves. Alright, some final notes here. Okay. Alrighty. Wonderful. You're all good to go. So, if you want to get your checkout papers up at the front counter, then the receptionist will take care of you there. It was so wonderful to see you, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks for coming in. I hope you have a whale of a day. Right. Bye now.
Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this video if you want to, comment if you'd like to, subscribe if you want to see more from me, and if you want to catch me on some socials, my Twitter is @Calliope special